Get on the power play with 5 blades on your side.
Jo-Ann Sanesac from Napierville, Quebec. What a preliminary she had. Rattled off 5 strikes, bowled a .234. And she will bowl first against Lynne Gauthier, the number 2 seed out of East St. Paul, Manitoba.
Ringing 10-pin. You bowl a bowling ball like that long enough, you will carry a lot of those pins. She just doesn't waste any time. The machine hasn't even picked up the pin yet, and she's got the ball in her hand, and she's ready to go. Lines up a little bit straight. Again, whips the ball, gets the roll on it, and as I mentioned in the preliminary, she was doing that. She was bowling for the corner pins.
Now Lynne Gauthier out of the Chateau Lanes in Winnipeg. She bowled a .166 to advance, beating Carrie Clargo. And there again, 10.
Well, if you remember, folks, when you were watching the earlier game, they were struggling when they were trying to go for these single pins. I wonder during the time when she was watching her opponent line up, did she forget the past misses and go for this one here, go straight at it? This time around, she's got the speed up. She wouldn't miss that one again. Got the rosin bag, getting her hands dry, similar to what pitchers use when they're playing baseball. Now that's interesting that she is getting herself comfortable there.
Very full, and got a bit of a break to lose everything on the right side.
She picked the bowling ball up and then wiggles her hand a little bit to set herself up. Once she gets comfortable with it, then she moves with it. All right, all the way back on the end of the approach. The approach happens to be about 16 feet back. 2 consecutive spares now, so she's already ahead of what she was doing. A little bit of a struggle trying to get in here. This bowler right here, right now, certainly didn't have any problem. Pushes it out, brings it back, whips it through.
Boy, 2 in a row, 10-pin.
Actually overpowered the pins a little bit on that shot. It's amazing, that when you think about it, the people like of her size and I'm talking height and size period, they generate a tremendous amount of forward speed on a bowling ball.
Jo-Ann Sanesac from Napierville, Quebec, just out of junior, ran off a string of 5 strikes to advance, bowled a .234. Now faces Lynne Gauthier from Winnipeg, and both with back-to-back spares through the first 2 as Sanesac plays in the 3rd.
3 pins are up. Has to be careful on the lineup on this one. Blows into the thumb hole on it, dries it up, pushes down. That was a good move there. She looked right down at her foot, make sure she was lined up where she wanted to be.
Wow. She took a breath there. Why?
She wasn't quite sure that that ball was actually going to cross over enough. It's quite a bit out here, further away than she wants to be. Now she hit the second arrow crossing in, and now watch here. She should have been further over. It could have just as easily been a chop off. Turned out well.
So 3 spares for Jo-Ann Sanesac, Lynne Gauthier.
It doesn't sound like much. Well, that certainly looks like a disaster. That's what that looks like. They split up there. It doesn't sound like much, but if you get a strike and then you get a spare and then you get the spare and the spare, but during your spare run, if you leave 3 or 4 pins up, you lose a lot of pin count, and will be deciding, one of the games will be decided with 1 or 2 pins, so you got to go for them all. She tried for that shot, which was a good move. The split that she had there, if she went for it, had to hit it on the left-hand side, bounce it around. There's the scoreboard, tied in the second, but the split is the determining thing right at the moment. She's actually bowling faster now than when she was before, when she released it, when she had her opening game. This is better, all the way straight through.
Yes. Wow, took its time. Well, everything shuffled over and got the 7.
Interesting. Watch the ball. The ball, as it hits the head pin, almost goes straight through. It doesn't turn. It straightens itself up. Watch here. Now it goes right back, and it stops revolving, stops turning over. That's the drive on it. This one doesn't have a problem with drive. That ball's going right into the pocket, driving right through, and the ball normally hits the 1-3-5-9, and this particular case went right back into the pit. Watch this. All the way straight through, tighter in the pocket, and then not a doubt in the world. Looks down at her foot positioning, pushes the ball out, back, brings it forward, whips it in. This will be a good hit.
Oh.
And, ooh, the 10-pin remains. Now, it's rather interesting, the mind games that come into play, because she had a hit strike, tossed what she thought would be a deserving other hit for another strike, but ends up not getting it. So you know that she's wondering, what do I have to do next?
So mark in every frame for Jo-Ann Sanesac. She has 76 through 4. Now it's Lynne Gauthier, who works as a systems analyst for Manitoba Hydro.
This is a very important shot for her. If she gets a strike here, then she can tighten the margin right down to 1 pin.
Yeah.
But she needs to get the game in play right now.
Like that? No, my goodness. Didn't get the kind of shuffle. Didn't kind of get the action that would caught the 7 the last time.
Well, she's on a much better pace than her preliminary game, which showed there at 166. Certainly had her talking to herself. Right now, she's actually bowling the ball quite well. Just be careful on these spare shots. Look at this one all the way down. 7-pin left down in the pit where it should be. Now let's see what happens.
Just 11 pins separating the two, with Sanesac leading. Yeah, that 166, not very good by her standards, but enough to beat Kerry Clargo, who bowled a 136, really struggled. And there it is, strike, second of the game for Lynne Gauthier.
Interesting in that the match. Watch as she bends down here, reaches through, good knee bend on this one, all the way through, great extension. When she lines up, she folds her baby finger underneath. The first time we've seen that this series, but she's got her baby finger underneath, gets a little different roll on the ball. This one just fires the ball out here. Look at that shot that Jo-Ann put out there. Well executed, no question. We got a match.
Okay, we're going now. Still 11. Advantage Sanesac through 5.
Good balance up there. You notice her left hand is out there as the extension, and the left hand balances her out and gives her good over her knee positioning. Watch as she leans over into this ball.
That's tough.
Hung the 10-pin twice now on that left-hand side. She's had the 10-pin, the 10-pin, a 10-pin, a 10-pin. Man, oh man, just amazing how many 10-pins she's racking up. If she had all of them put together, you got a big game here. But she's not missing them. She's lining them up and making the conversions.
A mark in every frame so far for Jo-Ann Sanesac. What a chance here now for Gauthier with a strike up. A double certainly would close the gap.
Yes, it would. Brings her back in. She's got the hammer there if she wants to take advantage of it. Look at the energy she's putting into that ball.
Will back to back. First time for Lynne Gauthier.
We have a 1-point differential if she throws another strike, and then actually it will reverse itself. Right now, Jo-Ann is leading by 1. If Lynne gets another strike, she will actually take over the lead, even though she's down by 1 in the 6th frame. The double will give her a pretty good deal. This is a good matchup all of a sudden. Both women not backing away. Look at that for credentials. 300 and an 825. This is the ball she wants to hit the head pin, and that not enough, unfortunately, for her in that particular case. However, she's only 2 pins apart, and both bowlers are doing well now. They're comfortable, lined up well. Will she convert this thing? Because this is where she was having trouble in her 166 game. No question in the world there. She's got her game face on right now, boy. I'll tell you what. Wisely checking the scoreboard. Wendy, the statistician over there. Kevin up with us. The road gallery of the bowling proprietors on the other side, and you and I up here.
Can't get much better than that.
No, you can't. This one will be good all the way down by the looks of it.
Oh, my. She skidded that pin over, and then when it hit the channel, the top of the pin caught the 10.
This is a tremendous break. She's looking down at her foot because she was out of position. However, it could have just, it almost was the 7-10, and instead of that, she gets a strike. So you talk about it.
That 7 pin hits the channel. It could have fallen straight back, but it somehow caught the 10.
This is the ball that she needs to get another one up here. And,
that's ugly.
That it is. 6, 7, 10, and it couldn't have happened at a worse time because these 2 bowlers are only 1 pin apart, or were, and now I think you'll see her fire this ball and go for it. 6, 7, 10 on the right side is the one she's aiming at.
Off the bat, nearly. Gave it a go. But that is a bad time to come up with an open in the 9th.
We'll see whether Lynne can just get right into it and stay hungry here. 134 with a spare up. She certainly has the capabilities now of taking the lead in a command fashion. She's coming in
really full. Oh, and she got away with it.
I'll tell you, I don't want to wish anybody bad luck, but this is a dangerous shot. She's got the 3 pins up here. She has to be very cautious that she reaches out and goes for the back row, because the 3 pin and the 6 pin could very easily get chopped.
Very nicely done.
Fortunately, I am wrong. But at least now she's got 171, so she's got a potential 171. So she's got a slight lead, but certainly hasn't got the game wrapped up. Jo-Ann must strike out, however, to win, to get a shot at winning. She can wrap it up right here if she strikes out all the way.
Nope.
6 pins separating them. Lynne is in the 10th frame, needs the spare. That would give her a potential 190. On the other hand, her opponent still has a shot at it because she could get a 194. She must make the spare. And now is where we were talking earlier about how important each pin counts. This one here, now there's only a potential here of 180, and her opponent needs, if she gets a double, it's game over. So let's see what happens right here. Needs every pin to make her opponent, force her opponent to bowl well.
No. So she'll finish with a 187. Lynne Gauthier from East St. Paul.
A much better game than the preliminary one, and this is the first ball that's going to tell the story. She gets the first strike, she'll be running out the second one, I can assure you.
She's got it. Jo-Ann Sanesac trying to survive that open frame, that 9 count in the 9th.
And she's on the lane that she's been doing quite well with. She needs a strike and then just stay back at the foul line. But this is the ball. This will determine it.
First things first. Need a strike. Jo-Ann Sanesac got a strike? No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. And so Lynne Gauthier will advance.
She's shaking her head, knowing that she won sitting down, but the fact is she bowled a much better game with a 187. And her opponent will come up with well, if she gets both these pins, she will have had 182.
And she makes the spare. Jo-Ann Sanesac. Boy, I tell you what, let's look for Jo-Ann in the future. Her goal is to make it onto Team Canada, and I suspect one day she will. Lynne Gauthier from East St. Paul. Those back-to-back strikes in 6 and 7. The difference. She becomes our third semifinalist